Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today. Today is Friday, July 1st. It's officially the second half of the year and the 4th of July weekend. And I know a lot of you will be busy out there, but today, because it's the 4th of July and history and traditions and families getting together, I always think about this topic of tradition versus how we've always done things. And I remember a line, and this is what this topic is going to be talking about a little bit today. I remember this line. It was in that movie National Treasure, I think, with Nicolas Cage, if you remember that movie. And he was in this ballroom, or they were having this event or charity event, and he did a toast with somebody, and he toasted to high treason, to high treason. And the point what he made with, if our ancestors or forefathers or whatever you want to call it that created America didn't have high treason, or what are you doing high treason, or going against England and the crown and the king, we wouldn't be America. So, not going to go in the whole history, but the point I'm getting at is, I think of every day when I have children. The first thing I think of when having children and telling them what to do, part of me says, not everything, but some of the things I tell them, I go, thank God they don't listen to me. Thank God. So if you're a parent, I hope you have just a little bit of you, or a lot of you, who goes, I hope my kids don't listen to me. Because tradition versus how everything is done. Imagine where we'd be as a society, as a country, if we always did what our parents told us to do, that we always kept the old traditions. We kept doing the same old thing every day. Now, I'm not going to get into politics or laws or anything of that, but in general, thank God we didn't stick with every tradition. Thank God, as a society, as in a people, as a species of human being, we didn't do the same things over and over and over again. We're always thinking of better ways to do things, different ways of thought. That's how we evolve. That's how we get better. So today I want you to think about that as sales and doing business. I'm not saying make an extreme change of everything you're doing, but you don't have to keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again with your business. If it's traditionally done this way, it's traditionally, how you service a buyer, how you communicate with them, how you connect with the other agent, how you follow up with people. I'm not saying everything, the blueprint's out there of success in real estate, but there's ways you could tweak things to do things maybe a little bit better, a little bit differently, make yourself out there a little bit more well-known, or stand out more. Now, with 30 years being in real estate, is the real estate business totally different? No, it's not totally different. We still show people houses. We still sign contracts. They have to close and transfer title. Money has to change hands. But how that process works, and the communication and the follow-up and customer service has changed a lot, because just technology and time and consumers wanting more. 30 years when I got in the business, we as realtors were keepers of all the information. We thought our value was, you can't find out, Mr. Buyer, you can, or Mrs. Buyer, you can't figure out what properties are on the market without calling me. And obviously that changed. Then you could find out what's going on in the market, but they don't have to call us. They could call other companies. They could call Zillow, or rely on websites to connect with agents. So marketing has changed. Years ago, the companies with the money used to be able to control what consumers saw because of the market, because they had the money to do the TV, the magazines, the newspapers, and individual agents were limited. Today, you, individual agent, have just as much marketing capacity in a market than a major company, right? You could go on Facebook and put Facebook ads. You could get on TikTok. You could get on Instagram. You could pay a few bucks to boost your advertising if you want to pay for some advertising. Obviously, specific companies, franchises, offices are not cold calling and farming a market as a whole. They're leaving that up to individual agents. So the playing field of agents getting into the business today is a lot more fair, we'll say, or even, or the ability to succeed in real estate is a lot better today than it was 30 years ago. I'm telling you, I know this for a fact, that agents today have a lot more going for them and have a better chance of being successful in real estate than years ago. I know that. I see it. I know if you've been in the real estate less than, I'll say 15 years, you might not really realize it, but minimum 15 years, maybe kind of get it 15 years ago, but definitely 20 years in the business, you're like, yes, wow, the things that we had to do. Or just consumers. I'll just say tradition versus how it always has been done with consumers. When I got in the business at age 22 years old, people wouldn't use me because I was 22 years old. People wouldn't use me because I didn't have all of this book of business, that a past business. Oh, you don't have all of these testimonials and all of these people. I see agents today that are doing well within a few years that wouldn't been able to do that 30 years ago because the consumer wouldn't use them because they wanted someone with more years of experience. So the consumers out there. Also, this working other jobs in part-time, or I'm totally fine. My view of agents, you could have other income, have other businesses, other opportunities, just like any majorly successful entrepreneur doesn't have one business, they have more than one business. That's how I feel part-time agents, if they want to refer to it. They're not part-time, they're just diversifying. They have business work over here, they have income over here, and they do real estate. A certain portion of their time is invested in that. Again, not to go off tangent, but as long as they keep care of their customers, if it's 1 or 100, they're doing a good job. But the point I'm getting at is 30 years ago, if you had another job or another income, your consumers, the buyers, seller, no, they wanted full time. You did nothing else. They wanted to know that you were sitting in your office all day and that you didn't have anything else. It was a faux pas to even show someone or tell someone that you did something else other than real estate. Today, other businesses, other people understand the other gig jobs, and people diversifying, have other interests, and the consumers, as more today, don't mind that you have another business, you have another job, you have other clients. It was more, we were scared sometimes 30 years ago to tell clients that they were not the only client we had. Like, we had 5-10 more clients that were working at the exact same time. So I'm just telling you this from my experience of tradition versus how it's always done. And with what you do, what the consumers, buyers and sellers do as a philosophy in real estate, I'm not talking all about life, in real estate is so much better today than it was. My opinion. I know people debate me on this because they you know why? Because years ago, sometimes was easier because if you start doing well, the people didn't have as many choices. they couldn't see as much marketing. There wasn't social media. You couldn't call everybody at different times. So if you got in good with a buyer, you'd be like the only agent they knew, and they would just give you business. So in some aspects, the successful agents back then, it was a little bit easier for them because there was less, what's the word for not easier, less work they had to do because there was a lot less competition, half as many agents, very limited for people to see ever advertisements or other agents and other agents to communicate with them. So once you get your foot in the door, it was a little bit easier to keep it, but it took time to build. Today, you could jump into real estate, be successful very quickly or compared to where it was, but it's a little harder you got to stay in touch with them more. You got to do things different. You got to be in touch because they could easily find another agent online, Zillow, Realtor.com. They see Facebook posts, they see signs in the yard, they see advertisements on their social media and TikToks or whatever. So the whole point today is think about, one, personally, I'm glad that we've changed traditions and always hope for the better, and glad today a lot of us don't do the same thing our families did, our ancestors did, that we've got better there personally. And in your business, think about the advantages you have of being totally, completely in control of your real estate business, to not do things the same way someone else does. And every year or two, I see trends in marketing, trends in communication, trends in what agents are doing to find more business. And I've seen it. It's right in front of my face. You just got to find which one connects with you the most. And you're not probably going to find something that's totally earth-shattering, like no one has ever done, but you could start doing some of the things that you're hearing other agents do that not a lot of agents do, without going into specifics. But to our Century 21 Homestar agents, one place you could start looking for some of these things is on Century 21, on 21 Online, in the workplace. In the workplace on 21 Online. That is our back end social network for all the agents across the country and or world. In there, there's groups in there. You could search different groups of people talking about marketing or working with buyers or seniors or luxury properties. There's different groups in there, and then you could collaborate with agents all across the country and see what they're doing. The reason why that's a good place, because if I'm a successful agent in Ohio, or in a specific market like Northeast Ohio, or even a certain side of the city, I don't care if you're my best friend in real estate. I'm not telling you my secret sauce, because you are my competition too. You're my best friend and my competition. So a lot of new agents say, can I collaborate with some of the other agents in the office, and so we could see what other people are doing? Yeah, in general, but the good agents are not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you, because they're in the same market as you and you're competition with them. So reach out to people outside our market. Century 21 Workplace, great place to start searching for some of that stuff. I get some agents almost once a month or more sending me a message. I found this great idea. This agent's doing this in this market. What do you think of it? I love the collaboration. I love that. So wow. And sometimes I say, yeah, I've heard that. That sounds like a great thing to try that. And I've said to this agent, wow, I've never even heard of that, because I'm always learning. So I'll leave you with this. You never know everything. Always be looking. Always be learning. Keep an open mind. Always be watching. If you don't keep your mind open or watch things that's going on in the market or way marketing and different things going to happen in real estate, all of a sudden someone else is going to do it and they're going to get a jump on it. So always be watching what's going on. So that's it for today. Hopefully that went a little bit longer than I thought today on a Friday, but I appreciate you watching. I hope everybody has a happy and safe 4th of July weekend, and I will be back. I might do one on Monday. I'm sure I will have time. If I don't see one on Monday, just got busy, got family and friends and people coming over the weekends, but I am available to all Century 21 Homestar agents. I don't shut down. Might enjoy family and friends and in between calls and things, but I'm here for you if you need me. Have a great day, great weekend. We'll hope to see many of you very soon. Bye-bye.